going on, everybody? It's your man E. Glaze. Welcome to Rolling Out with the Crush, where sports meets entertainment. I am your humble co-host, and this guy, I know you don't know him today, but he's fresh.
Right, one of us has to be humble.
He's clean.
I'm glad it's you.
Maceo, what's happening, Herb?
I'm good, brother. How you doing today?
Man, excellent. You know, it's Sweet 16 in the ATL, man. You ready for that, man?
I'm ready, man.
But before we get to that,
okay,
we're giving Atlanta a little something different.
Wow.
Introduce our guest.
Time to drop these bowls like Brandi Rhodes.
Outcast.
Yes. I practiced that.
You did. That was good.
Brandi Rhodes, one of Atlanta's 50 most beautiful people.
Hey.
Wow. So you talk about you get to Michigan, and you study to become a news anchor, journalism.
Yeah.
And you went to the people don't understand that because everybody asked the question we talked about a little bit earlier. What was it about journalism and being in the news that you wanted to be a part of when you first got to college?
Well, I wanted to be a journalist for like as long as I can remember. I remember like being like 6 and people being like, "What are you gonna be? You gonna be a doctor?" And I would be like, "No, I'm gonna be a TV news anchor." And they'd be like, "That actually makes sense," because I've had this voice since I was like 6. Like I talk just like this. This isn't a put on thing. It's not made up. It's
my voice.
I project and it's authoritative. That's just it. So people would be like, "Oh yeah, I can see that for you. I definitely see that for you." Right. So that was it. That was the goal. I just thought I'm going to get there and they're going to put me on camera. I'm going to do this thing that I do and it's going to be great. It wasn't. I had to report first in Michigan in the snow. I had to lug my own equipment, set it up. It was rough. And it was very rough. They don't pay you very well. I found myself working 7 days a week, like half the time as a nanny, the other half of the time as a news reporter, and that's just to make ends meet. So after a while of folks yelling at me in the newsroom, after I'm like devoting my entire life to this, I finally said, "I'm not doing this anymore. This is not what I thought it would be. I was wrong. 6-year-old Brandi was wrong. This is not the dream job. So we're gonna move on." And that's when I moved down to Miami and started kind of trying to hone more of a career in entertainment. I was drawn back in to news because it's what I'm good at, and journalism speaking, whatever, is kind of what I'm good at. And when the University of Miami broadcast journalism program kind of presented itself to me, I was like, well, I'd be doing myself a disservice to not try.
Right.
So then when I got, a partial scholarship, I was like, okay, we'll give this a go.
It's funny. People don't understand. I like what you just talked about. We always have that dream. But sometimes life drives us into a totally different direction.
Exactly.
Just talk about how you kind of became involved in wrestling.
No, I kind of came involved in wrestling. It was just random. I was at, University of Miami. I was still modeling and trying to get things going on the entertainment end. And my agent just randomly calls one day and she says, "Okay, don't say no." And I'm like, "All right, you're starting off great."
Never say no.
And she's like, "Okay, well, do you ever watch like WWE?" And I said, "Oh yeah, I'm very familiar with them." And I said, I'm very familiar with like the women's studies class that I was in, where we dissected a segment of Trish Stratus in her bra, barking like a dog on her knees. Not something I'm ever interested in doing. And she was like, "Okay, I knew you were gonna say something like that, but hold on, time out, just take a breather. Wait, they're PG now. They're not doing those things. That was kind of, that was then, this is now. You gotta watch it now. I think it would speak to the athletic side of you, the entertainment side of you. Just watch." So I said, okay. So that week I watched a Raw and a SmackDown and was amazed at the difference in what I had last seen, because literally it was like 7 years before that I saw craziness. So I said, okay, if they're serious, tell them, yeah, I'll come to a show. And I went to, I think it was a Raw it was a Survivor Series interview at American Airlines Arena. And when I saw Rey Mysterio come popping out dressed like Captain America, this little man running down to the ring, and these people lost their minds. Like, they went crazy. And I was like, I don't know him, but I want to. And I want to do this. Like, this is definitely it. And that was it. We started rolling in that direction. I think it was like a month later, I was moving to Tampa to start training, and that was it.
People don't understand the training that goes behind being a professional wrestler. You skated for 17 years. How would you even compare it to training for wrestling and training for figure skating?
You can't compare them. They're very different, and very each to their own, craft. Like figure skating is insane. To be able to jump in the air, spin 3 times, and land on a tiny little blade is crazy.
Right.
It doesn't make sense. Why we try, I don't even know. But actually, I do know. The feeling that you get when it works,
when you land,
is insane. It's like flying. It's crazy. Wrestling, why would you fall on your back like that ever? That hurts. It doesn't feel good. Knocks the wind out of you. Not very easy to get up. But, those are the things I've chosen to do in my life.
You married to Cody Rhodes, and you married to, I think so.
Okay.
Married to that Rhodes family. I told you he was one of my favorite. He even talked about one of the lyrics from Outkast, Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
And being a part of that family now, how has that been for you? I mean, just personally, because the Rhodes family is like royalty. There's Dustin, there's Cody, there's Dusty, and all that. How's it been for you to be a part of that now?
It's fun because there's a lot, when you have a family like that, people aren't the most accepting of new people coming in. It's almost like royalty, like you say, in these different, British kingdoms or whatever. The king is supposed to marry the one that was betrothed to him to be the queen, and then I don't know if you watch Hallmark movies, that never happens in those. It's always some random American girl, and then everybody's like, "Oh,
always.
Hell no, that's not what's supposed to happen. She's not royal." Insert Brandi Rhodes. So yeah, I mean, at the time I was a ring announcer, which was not. Oh my gosh, like what? No, he needs to be with a professional wrestler woman who's worthy. Not that lowly ring announcer. Ring announcers are not lowly, by the way. But people will make you feel that way. Wow. We do a lot of work, that people don't seem to see, understand. So if you're one of those people who thinks like, oh, ring announcer, they're doing a lot more work. Honestly, I'm relieved to not be ring announcing anymore. I feel so much more in control of life in general. So very tough job. But yeah, so people just took them a while to get used to it. And then when I decided that I would take the family name and continue moving forward, that was an adjustment for some people too. But now I feel like people can't see me outside of the family now. So it would be very awkward to them for me to, go back to being Brandi or whatever my name was.
Even style, that's funny.
Brandi, yeah.
First of all, y'all, the 2 biggest wrestlers, in my opinion, are Cody and Kenny Omega. They had this big wrestling match. What can we expect? Mason, it's going to be ridiculous.
I think you can expect. I mean,
first of all, the whole Omega's funny, but
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, you can expect probably Cody to absolutely destroy Kenny because Kenny is sneaky. People think Kenny's this guy that he's not.
Won't cut his hair.
Kenny should cut his hair. Kenny should cut his hair. No, Kenny has for many months now kind of toyed with Cody's emotions, especially about me. And if you're a real leader and a real friend, you don't fall in love with someone else's wife. So Kenny has a lot of skeletons in the closet that we've been pulling out lately, and I expect more of them to come out as we roll into this Supercard of Honor match.
I feel a people's elbow coming on.
Yeah. Brandi, we got to wrap it up. Tell them where they can find you at.
I'm on Twitter and Instagram. It's at the Brandi Rhodes.
The Brandi. Don't just do Brandi.
Right.
Don't do Brandi. That's some girl. I see her tweets coming up all the time. People accidentally tweet me instead of her, and it's like they're always like something about some babies. I don't have kids. It's the THE Brandi Rhodes. Mm-hmm. That's where I'm at.
Y'all here. I can't wait for this match. I've been waiting for it.
I feel a people's elbow. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man.
I might bring a crowbar to the ring for that match.
Y'all heard it here first. A crowbar for Maceo. Brandi, who may bring a crowbar. I'm a little nervous right now.
I can see her pulling off a nice power driver also.
On the stairs.
I'll be glazed. This is Rolling Out with a Crush, where sports meets entertainment. We thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next time.